Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to fundamentally shift how you perceive the United States. We're looking way past the usual landmarks to uncover the truly unbelievable scale and those extraordinary wonders that literally define the American record. So, think you know the US? I mean, do you truly grasp the massive contrasts of a country that actually features forests older than the Roman Empire, sitting alongside deserts that look straight out of Mars? Let's dive in and uncover the sheer scale of a nation of absolute extremes. To really get a handle on this country's massive scope, we're going to cover four main areas today. 1. Extreme landscapes. 2. Impossible engineering. 3. Massive scale culture. And 4. Pushing boundaries. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Extreme Landscapes, Wild American Geography. 17,000. Okay, get this. The United States boasts over 17,000 islands. Alaska alone contains thousands of these, and many of them are completely, totally uninhabited. It's a crazy reminder that beyond the massive continents we always picture, America is also this sprawling aquatic frontier defined by untouched, completely pristine wilderness. And the geographic contrasts are just staggering. So while Alaska is defined by those endless watery coastlines, on the absolute opposite end of the spectrum, we have Death Valley. Now, this desert receives less rain than parts of the Sahara. Seriously, it can go for months without a single drop of measurable rain, all while simultaneously reaching some of the absolutely hottest temperatures ever recorded on Earth. It's like a completely different planet. Moving on to Section 2, Impossible Engineering, Bending Nature's Will. Now, to actually survive these wild extremes, humans had to engineer the impossible. Take the Chicago River, for example. In 1900, engineers literally reversed its flow to protect the city's drinking water. I mean, they reversed a river. Then, during the Great Depression, the massive Hoover Dam was built to completely tame the Colorado River, providing power to millions of people. And even today, look at Texas. They operate their own massive, completely independent power grid, largely separated from the rest of the entire country. All right, Section 3, Massive Scale Culture, Societal Endurance. So, all this immense infrastructure supports a totally relentless human pace. You've heard the famous phrase, right? Well, it's entirely rooted in reality. New York City never truly sleeps. With a 24-hour subway system and thousands of all-night venues, millions of people keep this urban environment intensely, vibrantly alive around the clock. Now, shifting gears from urban endurance to pure, unadulterated leisure, the scale stays just as massive. The U.S. actually boasts more than 400 amusement parks. Think about that. It's an entire infrastructure built strictly for entertainment, drawing in millions of thrill seekers every single year. And this culture of massive scale extends perfectly into the nation's appetite for adrenaline. You know, these aren't just your average parks. They actually house some of the biggest, tallest, and fastest roller coasters ever constructed in human history. It's an absolute paradise for thrill seekers. Which brings us to our final section, Section 4, Pushing Boundaries, Global and Cosmic. Looking way beyond geographical borders, we see an unmatched global reach. America operates the world's largest naval fleet. With hundreds of highly advanced ships and massive aircraft carriers, the U.S. Navy maintains a huge presence across oceans all around the globe. But you know, beyond the physical oceans, we have the digital frontiers. Silicon Valley is widely considered the world's technology capital. It's literally the birthplace of foundational innovations like modern smartphones, personal computers, artificial intelligence, and social media. These are the tools that completely dictate the daily operations of modern human life. Talk about a total game changer. Finally, we reach the ultimate boundary, space. The Apollo missions successfully sent astronauts to the moon and brought them safely back. It was an event that fundamentally changed space exploration forever, and honestly, it remains one of humanity's greatest scientific achievements. From reversing the flow of rivers to actually leaving footprints on the lunar surface, the American record is defined by an absolute refusal to accept limits. So take a second to reflect. Which of these extreme facts shifted your perspective the most? Next time you look at a map, just remember that those lines don't just represent borders. They represent a massive canvas for the impossible. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.